much to learn about the way in which Epstein operated this network that resulted in the abuse of, according to the Justice Department, more than 1,000 girls, young women. And the emails add so much now to that narrative. There's quite a bit more that we now understand.
Wow.
About his
I'm not saying another word.
Their partnership as a result.
I'm like, the whole family of freak. I mean, it's a family affair. What? Everybody in the house getting freaky. Hell. And here we thought it was just Monica Lewinsky on the table, or up under the table and keeping dresses and shit. Lord. Where we find these oh, Lord.
Court documents and the fights that are taking
I'm clutching
place.
I'm like, what?
Right now about releasing Epstein files.
Nobody is innocent. I mean, I just would have never put Chelsea. I mean, yeah, no. Anytime you start seeing minors, I can't give nobody a pass. So I can't look at her any different than the way I'm looking at any predator. As far as I'm concerned, if you were down with any of this stuff, if you was at any of these islands, if you was, you are a pedo until proven not. Because several people have said that there were minors there. And that is totally unacceptable. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you. I see your comment. You said it's BS. Thank you for co-signing with me. It's BS. I agree.
Scores that there is still so
Leave him
much
alone.
to learn about their relationship. There is still so.
Leave who alone? Billy? You talking about Billy? You want me to leave Billy Clinton alone? I mean, I know he blew that saxophone, but baby, he was blowing more than saxophones. He had the whole family turned out. No, nobody gets a pass. Nobody. They trying to send hundreds and hundreds of kids. Do y'all understand that the leadership right now in office is still trying to traffic? Do y'all remember when they had that by the border stuff and those kids were separated in his first office and those kids were being touched? Taken advantage of. It was a lot of trafficking going on. So yeah. So now that we are more educated on what they were doing and how they were doing it, where'd the kids go? Oh, he just tried to send 600 unescorted minors, little kids, over to, what is it? Is it Venezuela? Is it Venezuela? Yeah, where it's all about the torture. He was trying to send them somewhere far without their parents. Yeah. Since she has been moved to this minimum location, she's able to work. From there, he just tried to send 600 minors to a foreign country. Yeah, recently. No, your leader, your presidential leader. Yeah, 600. Yeah, to be taken advantage of. So when we did that research on that undercover guy and those kids, and he was like asking for certain kids, and the little boy was crying and all of that. They're still trying to keep that in operation. I'm sure he's already over there and she's being moved around, and then she's gonna disappear. She's gonna run away, and then she's gonna be right over there where he's at, managing this resort on the outside, but a whole how can I say it? Yeah. I'm telling you what I think the truth is, Cindy. What do you mean? I'm telling you. I'm telling you what I think the truth is. You were not here when we listened to the undercover FBI federal agent who went to the foreign country. Hello, deportness. And went undercover as a trafficker who were buying minors. He went over there disguised to bust it. Y'all missed that. That was so eye-opening for us. And he explained to us the process and what is going on in Epstein, Trump, Diddy, all of them. And it's high end. It's $150,000 a year members. On the outside, they were building luxury like a golf resort, so to say. On the outside, it looks like it is a hotel, a resort, a retreat. But on the inside, it's a whole farm. It's a trafficking farm. It's a whole trafficking farm. I'm going to have to revisit that because it don't sound like you were here when I did that. Yes, it was horrible. It was horrible. It was horrible. It was minors. And the men would come and they would have the kids come out and they would be crying, and, you know, boys and girls. Oh yeah, you missed it. You missed it. And they would say stuff like they had surgeries for the minors if they had mileage on them, you know, because they pay more money for the minors without mileage. And then and if they had some mileage on it, they had it set up that that the minors could get a surgery to restore a hymen. It was very deep, very detailed. It was very detailed, and he was in tears. That man was in tears, talking about the minors that was fearful. It was the worst thing I had ever heard in my life. It took the human trafficking to a whole nother level, and it is organized. And when I say it's organized, it's organized. So he was stalling. I'm gonna hurry up, y'all. He was stalling because they were supposed to, the special agents and stuff were supposed to have raided this, I don't want to say party, but it was a gathering where they were there to, you know, purchase minors. And they didn't have the okay to go in and raid, so he was trying to stall them. And he would look at, he looked at a little boy and saw the tear and fear in his eyes, and he wanted to reassure. So he started saying, you know, I want this one, I want that one, you know, you understand? So that he knew that they would be protected. But it got really kind of tight because they didn't come in when they were supposed to come in. Oh, hey, Purple Flower. Oh, yeah. I don't even know what to tell you, how to look in my archives for it. I would have to find it. Purple Flower, were you here when I did that with that guy who went undercover? He was an agent. And he went, I think it was Colombia. He was with the cartel and stuff. Oh yeah, it was devastating. It was
Much to
devastating.
learn about the way in which Epstein operated.
Oh no, I can't imagine doing nothing like that for a living.
That resulted in the abuse of, according to the Justice Department, more than 1,000 girls, young women. And the emails add so much now to that narrative. There's quite a bit more that we now understand about his operation, their partnership as a result.
Wow.
This is the Big Take from Bloomberg News. I'm David Gura. To get more from the Big Take and unlimited access to all of Bloomberg.com, subscribe.
How was that, y'all? That came from Blanche and Maxwell meeting when she was in Florida that got her moved to Camp Cupcake. Before I go, let me see if there has been any update on the guy. Hold on, y'all. Please hit the like button. Support the platform. Let me see if there's been an update. Bear with me. Yeah, I may play a little tomorrow. Who knows who's on the list? Oh, yeah, so they back saying it's a list. It's definitely a list. And so, I wanted to go here because at this point, I still believe in my heart that right now, to me, in my opinion, it is feeling like it's unfortunate, but it's still feeling like there may have been a sacrifice for real to get everyone to stop talking about the Epstein files. And so it had to be something drastic and tragic, because nothing that they tried was going to stop us from asking about the files. And once the Insight Committee got that, the information from the estate, it was all she wrote. The panic was on. Bryce, what's LA? I don't know which would do me in first, anger or sadness. It's sad. Both. Yeah, both. I never thought of anything like that. I knew trafficking was involved, even in the hip hop. I knew that. What is this? How do the largest bank? I knew that illegal abuse of power, but I just didn't. I could not have imagined how deep, how dirty, how nasty, how sickening it is. I really couldn't. Okay, rifle and ammo scrawled with cultural phrases found on it. Hold on.
I want to bring in CNN national correspondent Nick Watt. He's joining us right now from Orem in Utah. And CNN senior justice correspondent Evan Perez is monitoring this investigation for us. Nick, let me start with you. What's the latest out there in Utah that we have learned about this killing?
Hey, y'all, I need for y'all to hit the like button. Some have just come in, some have left, and that's good. That's cool. But can y'all hit the like button, please? Please, 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 please. Maybe he knew something about the list and who was on the list. Just think about it. Well, if I have to entertain it, him, and try to figure it, And I just don't, I'm trying really hard to be nice with it, but I just don't know how a devout Christian could be okay with what was coming out. And it was one thing when all you would hear him say is, it's not true, it's fake news, lie, 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 lie. It's the Democrats trying to do whatever. But then when the Insight Committee got a hold to the unredacted and things started coming out, I would assume if you are that religious, you would have a problem with that. That's what I said yesterday. So if you really thought that he was the best thing since sliced bread, and you're finding out that, oh my God, this stuff is true, what am I doing? What are you doing? And start questioning him, I think he will remove you. I think he will remove anybody. How did his first wife pass? How did she fall? So I don't know. I know narcissists do not like to be exposed. And anybody challenging him, questioning him, especially the ones who looked up to him, that's going to be a problem for him. And accidents do happen. They be knowing everything and covering up. Yeah, they do. But if, okay, so right now, I know it's not the same, but it's beginning to kind of feel like Jim Jones and the Guyana tragedy. Y'all remember that? It was a movie, but it was real life. Do y'all remember Jim Jones? And he fed them the Kool-Aid. Okay, so now it's beginning to feel like that when he was about to be exposed and he was planning the exit. People started, he made friends with the people and the journalists that came over, invited them in to show them, and then when people started questioning him and all of that type of stuff, then there was, take him out. Here, drink the Kool-Aid. And that's how he wanted his legacy to, the end of his legacy. He still, in his mind, he still went out dictating and being in control. He tricked them into taking it, and if they didn't take it, we know what else happened. So I don't think he's going to be okay with anybody pressing the issue. Yeah, don't tell me that it's just it's fake news. That is the same signature. He's not going to do well with that. I mean, y'all do know that, right? Anybody in his cabinet who stands up to, now listen, I'm not the left. Don't lie. I mean, hey, there's no way out of this. I'm not going to continue to lie. It's obvious this is your signature. So what's the plan? So you sick. Are you going to he is not going to do well with that. And I can't see believers in Jesus Christ are all on different levels, but as aggressive as Charlie is, I just don't see him being okay with that. But he may, I don't know. I just know that it really feels like it was planned, especially with the two guys giving the hand signals and hand gestures. Oh, and trust me, a lot of people are showing what we discovered last night on social media.
Well,
So shout out to the tea sippers, cause we beat that with a baseball bat last night, did we not? I didn't care what Big Pressure was saying. I know I saw what I saw. And I saw movement and gestures and signals right before the shot went off. Period. Let's go.
Wolf, we have just heard from officials that they had what they describe as breakthroughs during the night. This is coming
Hi, Rod
from
Hill.
the special agent in charge from the FBI Salt Lake field office and from local officials here in Utah. So here is what we know. They are calling the suspect he, him. They're saying that this is a male, college age, who blended in well on campus. They say that they do now have, which they didn't yesterday, they do now have a good image of that suspect. And they are right now using technology to try and identify the person from that or those images. If they fail with that technology, they say they will release these images through the media to the public. The FBI says they've had about 130 tips, Wolf, and they are asking for more. Any eyewitness accounts, any images, still or video, they want them. Now, we also got a little bit of a timeline. They say that they have now tracked the suspect's movements on campus. He arrived on campus 11:52, as I said, blended in with the college crowd is what they say this person looks like. Went up a stairwell, onto the roof, after the incident, jumped off the building. Unclear how that happened, but jumped off the building and then fled off campus through a this person looks like. Went up a stairwell, onto the roof, after the incident, jumped off the building. Unclear how that happened, but jumped off the building and then fled off campus through a residential neighborhood. So during the night, investigators were speaking to people in that neighborhood, looking for eyewitness accounts, looking for video from doorbell cameras, etc. They also, in a wooded area, have recovered what they believe is